Hi, I'm Pastor Patrick.
I'm Pastor Cody.
I'm Pastor Bill.
And I'm Jennifer Arbo, the VBS Director here at FBCJ.
Well, church family and Campbell County community, VBS is quickly approaching, and we want to take this opportunity to get you some important information about that awesome week. Over the past few months, from the pulpit and during our VBS meetings and through other avenues, we've been communicating changes to our security and strategy during Vacation Bible School. In this brief video, we want to clearly communicate the changes we are making moving forward, going forward, to ensure that our children and those whom God has entrusted to us during this season are as safe and secure as possible.
This year, we've made it mandatory that every person that comes in contact with your child during VBS has been vetted both by us and by a nationwide background check. And we're grateful that God has given us access to such tools for the good and protection of His body, particularly our little ones.
Unlike previous years, only vetted volunteers will be allowed into our downstairs area as VBS is taking place. This will ensure that our church safety team will be able to do their jobs well and making sure that everyone present around our children is supposed to be there. And this change, however, is not merely about safety and security, but also about promoting an efficient, distraction-free environment for the kids to rotate through the various VBS activities.
Now, let us say right here with clarity that this does not mean that you won't have access to your children. At any time a parent wants to see their child or children, a security team member can either bring them to you or take you to them. Likewise, should a child request or need their parent, the teachers and volunteers will work with the safety team to ensure that you are notified and reunited quickly.
Also, this year, we will be continuing and emphasizing the safe practice that no single adult is to be alone with a child. They will always be in groups of 2 or more, a policy considered best practice in all the books and resources we've consulted, including the Southern Baptist Convention's guidance, which continues to up its game in these matters, and the advisement of local law enforcement.
Lastly, we're working diligently this year and moving forward to shore up and clearly define our drop-off and pickup procedures. Each night, you'll bring your children inside the main entrance here to the welcome area and check them in with volunteers working the registration table. From there, we will have folks to escort the children into the worship center where they will join their group and teachers. At the end of each night, parents will come into the worship center to pick up their children directly from their space in the worship center. From that point forward, parents will have direct supervision of their children until departure.
Now, we're also aware that the church has many different ministries and volunteers that access the building throughout the week. But we're asking that no one enters the gym or downstairs area during VBS in order to keep our outside entry doors secure and to prevent them from being misidentified by our safety team.
This has been a multifaceted decision for us as we recognize the growth that God has brought to us. We also recognize that any children's ministry is built on trust. Parents need to know that their children are safe with us, and we believe that these changes will not only keep them safer, but bring more children into our program as we demonstrate godly accountability, love, and stewardship.
As we made this decision, we knew that many parents and grandparents preferred to be with their child throughout the program. And we certainly do not want to hurt anyone's feelings. We haven't had any previous issues with this in the past, but we had to, as we looked forward, make a solid policy that applies to all parents and grandparents, whether those here at our church or those outside of our doors, so that we can be fair and consistent as the book of James points us to.
If you should have any questions or concerns about these changes, please don't hesitate to reach out to any of us via the church office. We'd love to have a conversation with you and more fully explain the reasoning behind these changes should the need arise. Likewise, the pastoral team, safety team, and many other volunteers will be available to parents in the Welcome Center during drop-off if you have any questions then.
Thank you so much for your support and understanding as we seek to make our church the most welcoming and secure environment for all children entrusted to our care.
And even more than in these policies and procedures, please pray that the Lord would give us success and favor during this VBS week as we recognize the profound truth of Psalm 127, that unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain. Unless the Lord watches over the city, the watchman stays awake in vain. Folks, we can't wait to see you Sunday for an awesome week of VBS at First Baptist Church. It's going to be great, and we'll see you then.